Hey, yo, what is good, everybody? Welcome to Friday's Daily Breakdown. Here's what we've got on the menu for today. 7 rounds for time of 24 alternating dumbbell split snatch. Holy shit, that is a mouthful. And that is also an exercise that many of you guys have not done. Now, as you may or may not know at this point, my favorite brand and style of this kind of CrossFit is the simplest kind. If you've been watching these daily breakdown videos during this pandemic, you've heard me say so many times, including yesterday's workout, by the way, this is a simple workout. As a result, it's going to let people push, blah, 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 blah. I mean that. My favorite workouts are the simplest kinds. Why? Because you'll be able to see people do things in these workouts that you didn't think were possible. The simpler they are, the less noise they have, the more you're going to be able to push. All of that is true. However, there is a space to learn new skills, right? We try our best in our CrossFit program to make it as complete as possible. I know CrossFit genuinely feels like they are probably the most complete training program. But in my opinion, CrossFit, as it's taught in the CrossFit Level 1, and how CrossFit is done in the open, and et cetera, is not very complete. It may be the most complete out there, but there's several ranges of motion that are not taught and trained in CrossFit. We don't move laterally. We don't talk enough about warm-up. We don't talk enough about strength work. We don't talk enough about isolation. We don't talk enough about the correlation between strength work and gymnastics work and bodyweight exercises. I think we lump too much into the gymnastics category, et cetera. I digress. However, in regards to something like this, I like using this as an opportunity to teach people how to move using different patterning. What does that mean? So all too often, we do the same pattern of dumbbell snatch. We may get a little bit more creative and choose to do a squat snatch. We may do it from the hang position. We may do it with 2 dumbbells, but it's really in the same plane. And honestly, so is this. All we're asking you to do in this workout is to think about your timing a little bit more, the same way that we've taught people how to do split jerks. And really, you want to think about the timing so when the dumbbell is coming overhead, our front foot moves out. It's really as simple as that. Now, for some of you guys, that's going to be incredibly easy, and you're probably asking yourself, why even bother doing this? Well, it's challenging you guys to use a different part of your brain. There's a huge timing component in this because I don't want you guys to just finish with the dumbbell overhead in a split position. You got to return your feet each time as well. And the more complicated piece to that puzzle is the fact that we're asking you guys to do them alternating every repetition, right? So if I'm going to snatch with the right arm and I'm going to pull overhead, I'm going to receive. And considering the way that I perform this exercise, my left foot is going to come out while the dumbbell is still overhead. I'm going to stand up in that position and then bring the dumbbell back down. So the full range of motion is dumbbell overhead, from the floor to overhead in one movement with the feet moving and then coming back to standing position. An error people make often in doing an exercise like this is picking a dumbbell that is actually too light. You tend to see a ton of just bicep curl to press. That's not what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to challenge yourselves and use a heavy dumbbell so you can understand what this looks and feels like. Oftentimes when we do workouts, when we pick exercises, and I'm not a big advocate of pushing people to pick certain weights and do certain things that is going to put them at great risk. Obviously, I always err on the side of being conservative in regards to that. But for the fit individual who is ready to push, this is a workout I would recommend picking a heavier weight because you'll start to understand the timing, the feet placement. You'll have less of a tendency to do these ugly bicep curls if you load up the alternating dumbbell split snatch. Okay, let's move on. So again, 7 rounds of 24 alternating dumbbell split snatches and 8 burpee box jump overs. Now we're asking that you guys use a bigger box than normally. Normally it's the standard 24 inches for men recommended and 20 inches for ladies recommended. Today, we're lowering the reps so much that we want y'all to challenge yourselves a little bit. So if you're the kind of person that, at the gym, you're always using a 12-inch box, awesome. Add a couple inches to it. If you're the kind of person that's always using a 15-inch box, awesome. Add a couple of inches to it. Break yourself outside of that habit of always having to use that same height box. I got some news for you. If you use a 20-inch box for 50 box jumps, if you have a workout long chipper, it's got 50 box jumps there right in the middle of it, and you're the kind of person that is always using the 20, you have the ability to raise it just a little bit for today. We're only doing 7 rounds, and it's only 8 repetitions. So please challenge yourselves to do that today. All right. I had one of our high-level athletes who I've been coaching for the last about 8 months or so, Tyler Eggeman. His time was 14 minutes. Here are his notes. The dumbbell snatches blew up my back, definitely. Should have done more to warm up my core and activation beforehand. Dumbbell snatch were not that bad. I felt like I could recover my breathing. You should really push the burpees to get a fast time. I just need to keep mine smooth and consistent. This was definitely a grind to get through the last 3 rounds. All right, so those are his notes. Use those notes. Consider what he's telling you guys. Use those things as a gift because that's providing a tremendous amount of insight before anyone's had a chance to even do this workout already. So, and then after that workout, we're going to close out with some assistance work, focus a lot on core and trunk stability. Good luck to everyone. See you soon. Peace.